Hello there, my name is Andy Knox. I'm a GP and the Director of Population Health in Morecambe Bay. And this video is for anyone who's looking for advice around what to do if you think you might have coronavirus or what we also call COVID-19. We've reached a point where we have to take this a whole lot more seriously than we have been. And so in the last few days, if you have developed a fever, so you've had a temperature of more than 37.8, if you've not got a thermometer, and lots of us don't worry about it. If you've just been feeling a bit more warm and hot than usual, if you've got a new cough, or you've been feeling a bit short of breath, then from now on, you absolutely must not leave your house for 7 days. Okay, that means you can't now just head out to the shops to get some last minute provisions. You mustn't go and pick up kids from school. You mustn't go and just visit relatives, especially elderly relatives in a nursing home. You must not just turn up at your GP surgery or your hospital because you're feeling a little bit concerned that you might have the virus. From this moment, isolate yourself in your house for 7 days. If you live with other people, you need to try and keep 2 to 3 meters apart from them. That means no hugging, no kissing, no holding hands. It means if you normally sleep with someone, try and sleep alone instead for the full 7 days to keep your partner safe. Wash your hands really nice and regularly. You need to do that for 20 seconds each time that you do, and make sure that you are, every time you're coughing or you're sneezing, do that into your sleeve and then wash your clothes at the end of the day. You need to be keeping yourself hydrated, 2 to 3 litres of water a day, and making sure that you're getting good nutrition. You know, some hearty soups, things that are easy to eat and give you the nutrition that your body needs to help fight off the virus. If you've got a high temperature, you can use paracetamol, 2 tablets up to 4 times a day for adults, or follow the directions on the packet for children under the age of 12. You can also take ibuprofen if you've got pain, so long as you haven't got an underlying health condition that means that you shouldn't be taking that tablet. Okay, it's also really important that you you need to know that you don't need to call 111 or seek advice from online 111 unless you're actually feeling quite a lot more unwell. Now, you might start to feel more unwell over 3 to 4 days, and that would be a point in which to get advice. Again, don't call your local hospital, don't call your GP, and certainly don't turn up to those places. Call 111 or go to 111 online, and they will then clearly advise you about whether or not you need swabbing and what the next steps need to be. Only call 999 if it's an absolute emergency. It's really important that we're good neighbours and citizens to each other at the moment. So if you've realised that you need a bit of extra help, maybe you've not got some shopping in, maybe you don't have any paracetamol, maybe you don't have the strength to cook, then why not just text a family member or a neighbour or a friend or someone at work? Let's wrap around each other as communities at the moment. But what's important is, if someone calls you and asks you for help, do not step over the threshold into their house. You need to leave food at their back door or at their front door. You need to be making sure that you deliver groceries in a bag and leave it at their back door and then go away. Because otherwise we're increasing the risk of spreading this virus to each other. If we isolate ourselves now and take what seem like quite small symptoms, perhaps for many of us, really seriously, then actually we could limit the impact of this virus and delay its spread through our communities. Please, please take this advice very seriously. You're going to notice as well that our health service is going to change in terms of what we can offer over the next few days and weeks. Be patient with us. We're going to be very, very heavily involved in treating people with coronavirus, and therefore things like routine surgeries, routine appointments at your GP, routine blood tests, blood pressure checks, they're just going to have to wait. If you've got other serious things that need dealing with, of course we're going to keep on dealing with those things, but you're going to find that the offer of the health service changes quite radically in the next few days and weeks ahead. So just bear with us and be kind to the staff, because we are doing our best to serve our communities at the moment, and we want to work with you. If you are worried about someone who's got coronavirus and they're in their home alone and they're communicating with you, or you're becoming much more unwell, remember the first step is 111, either online or on the phone. They will guide you to the next steps. We don't want to stop being good neighbours to each other, but we also don't want to try and be heroes and do things that actually put us all at risk. Let the health service deal with people who are significantly unwell and take the advice to make sure that we keep people in isolation so that we stop the spread of this virus. We will deal with people who become more severely unwell and give them the very best treatment that we can. So, let's be good neighbours and citizens to each other. Let's take this really seriously. Make sure that you follow this advice, and if you've developed a cough or a temperature or become a bit more short of breath in the last few days, from now on, isolate yourselves for 7 days. You don't need to call 111 unless you are more severely unwell, and if that happens, we will then put the next steps in place to give you the help that you need.